Hey guys, Anthony here. I was just at the mall. Actually, I'm still here. Just pulled over and parked. I did a couple videos today. While I was driving, I had the radio on, and one of those emergency broadcasts came over the station, that cuts off the music and then gives you the beeps and tells you it's an emergency broadcast. And this popped into my mind, this question. Many of us say we're ready. We go through the motions in getting prepared. But when something actually happens, if this were a real emergency, say, for instance, and, right now I'm, I don't know, at least 10 miles from my house. Something happens. You're not home where all your gear is, your preps, but you're away from home. SHTF, it could be anything. It could be just a false alarm, but it could be something real. It could be something that forces you not to be able to get home, even if you're 10 miles away, because in those few minutes from when you get the signal of the emergency to when you gather up the rest of your family, or in my case, they're in the mall walking around, I'm out here driving around making videos for YouTube. One of the things I do when I take my family to the mall. Sometimes I go in with them, sometimes I don't. Okay, so now I have two problems. If the situation is real, the first thing I have to do is go and make sure that I could get them in a hurry. So, okay, what do? I know what store I left them in last, so I can go there. I could try to text them or call them, but maybe the phone lines will be down. Maybe texting would be down. Maybe there's some type of thing that knocked out all the phone lines and all the cell towers. And so now I'm in my vehicle, my family's at the mall, and now I have to find them. I don't know if mayhem is breaking out inside the mall, so am I ready for that when I park and go in there and start looking for them? Do I go to the last place I dropped them off and hope that they return to that spot? That's something that I've told them, when I pick you up, it's going to be in the same spot I dropped you off. So I know I can go back to at least that spot or next to that spot, and if they can, they'll be there and meet me there if there's no phone communication. Okay, so now I've got them, let's say, safely, and now they're in my vehicle, but now we can't go anywhere. We're stuck in the SUV. We're 10 miles from home. You're with your wife, your daughter, your little kid, if you have little kids. Now what do? So when you leave your preps, that's why I stress, if your car, whether it's a car, SUV, pickup truck, whatever you drive, it doesn't matter what you drive, you need to keep a certain amount of gear in and on that vehicle. Okay, that's why I do the video on having items in your vehicle. I'm going to do an update because I recently changed vehicles from one to the other, and I changed around some of what I have in the vehicle. So do I have water? Do I have the ability to get water if this emergency is going to keep us here for 10 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours, who knows? So now I'm stuck out in the middle of one of the biggest malls in the United States, where thousands of people are, and there's a major emergency. I got my family, I got my vehicle. Do I stay put? Do I drive away somewhere and try to get somewhere where there's less people? Can I get somewhere where there's less people? Or now can I just stay inside my vehicle? It's 85 degrees today. I want to conserve the fuel, so I need to shut the vehicle down, conserve the fuel, and these are some of the scenarios. Usually when something happens, this is the point I'm trying to make. Usually when something happens, it's at the time where you least expect it or are least ready for it. Usually something's not going to happen where you're home, you're at all your preps, everybody's together, you're all ready to go, you're all packed up, and you're just waiting for the alarm bell to ring or the news show to come on and tell you there's an SHTF or without rule of law or limited rule of law environment. I believe it's important to be able to subsist and to survive with limited amount of preps, just say what you might have in your vehicle, and therefore it is key, and I'm going to be doing this week, to go through your vehicle with a fine-tooth comb and make sure you have the proper gear in place for you, your loved ones, your wife, your kids, however you're set up. Everybody's different in the way they're set up, and some people live alone and it's just them they have to worry about. That's fine. When you have others, the problems will mount. Kids can bug out, get nervous, panic. Somebody could pull up alongside you, like what happened to me right now. A car just pulled up alongside me. I don't know who's in there. This could be an SHTF situation. They may fall in love with my vehicle and try to take what's mine. So do I have the ability to defend myself against this car next to me that I don't know who's in it? The windows are blacked out. They're parked. Now somebody's getting out. Okay, the scenario thickens, the plot thickens. Do they want my stuff? Do they hear my engine running? Did they see me in through the window? You know, so these are the situations that are probably going to catch us off guard. So a little thing like going out to the mall could end up being your worst nightmare, even though you're not that far from home. Okay, 2 guys got out and they left. If this was an SHTF situation, I'm by myself, there's 2 guys. What do I do if they want to, if they fall in love with my gear or my vehicle and want to take it in place of theirs? You know, so you have to be ready to deal with something like this. I'm not saying always you need a firearm. I believe you do need to have a firearm on you, but sometimes a firearm is too much for the fight. You might want something along these lines. Something like this tire thumper that I keep in my car. It's lead lined. It's got a nice little handle on it. Fits in the hand really nice. This will lay a world of hurt on someone. It'll also be able to break a window and get you out of a thick situation. Maybe even, you know, rather than shoot a rabid dog or a wild dog that's got off its leash and come at you, one of these can certainly do the trick, and I can attest that these do work. I've used this before, something like this in a street fight, and it worked. Brought down a man, probably 260 pounds, about 4 inches taller than me, with one of these ones, not this exact one, but one of the police versions, the thinner version. So they do work, and I have firsthand knowledge that they do work if you hit somebody in the right spot with them. So ability to protect yourself, not lethal and non-lethal types of things, even you know, tear gas or pepper spray, something I need to look into and to get. Gear, water, some food, signaling ability, communication ability. Okay, here's my ham radio. My antenna's in the car. My ham radio's here. I have battery backup. I have a fresh battery. I have the ability to plug into the car to work it off the car. My ham radio's always with me. Okay, that'll give me an edge on getting information. Two-way radios. I have two-way radios where I could listen in to what's going on at work with something like this. Weather radio, emergency channels, weather broadcasts. These are things you have to have even if you're going a short distance from your house. So the point of today's video is SHTF or something bad's going to happen. It's going to happen when you least expect it. Make it a point to go through this in your head during this next week. And don't get lost in the holidays and the shopping. I know Thanksgiving's coming up and everyone wants to go shopping for Black Friday. We all seem to lose sight during the holiday season on what the holidays are really for. They're to slow down, be with family, friends, loved ones, shift down a gear, think about what's really important in your life, your family, your loved ones, your country. Reflect on what's going on. Understand that we are blessed in this country to have, abundance of food and water on our tables. There are many around the world that live in mud holes, don't have fresh water, don't have enough food, make $1 a day or less. They are struggling, they are dying, and we live in an abundance. So be cognizant of that during the holiday season. And I'm not saying you have to be a Christian or anything like that during the Christmas or Hanukkah season, but reflect on things that are important, on our precious lives and your health, and take it down a notch. And the holidays, I find, are times where I'm able to think and reflect more, and I get more ideas, and I'm able to bump up my preps a couple of notches, because the holidays I tend to slow down and think more and reflect more on what's really important. And so keep that in mind, guys. Let me know what you think about this video. Being caught off guard is something that's always in the back of my mind. Being caught out there somewhere or without enough of my primary preps, and to have to subsist on just a small amount of things that I have with me at the moment. So think about how your vehicle is packed. Think about how you go, where you go, and if you're going a certain distance from your home, pack a little more in your vehicle of your preps. And remember, as always, stay ready. God bless. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about this and some of your ideas and thoughts on it. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care. God bless.